Tuesday, February 27th. I'm Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. So it looks like we're going to see some active weather. We had a little bit this morning, nothing that was severe, nothing that was out of, you know, it wasn't high category stuff. It was strong thunderstorms, a lot of lightning, some brief heavy rain, gusty winds, even a few reports of small hail, about penny size hail around the Bowling Green area this morning. All of that has now moved off to the east. Looking outside on the Plano cam, you can see that everything is pretty quiet and cloudy. But if we get any breaks of sunshine through the clouds today, that would be a concern because we've had a round of showers and thunderstorms this morning, and then we're likely to see another round as we get into tonight and into the early morning hours of your Wednesday. So that's the picture right now. Here's the way it looks on radar. And you can see that the showers have pretty much moved out. We've got another little cluster of showers that's moving in from the west. These are not severe. These are not even strong. They're just little clusters of scattered showers, no rumbles of thunder. I don't see any lightning showing up with any of this, but it's moving this way. And we're going to have these occasional showers, I think, through the day, along with the breezy conditions and the gusty winds from time to time. But that's okay. I mean, I don't think we're going to be in the throes of severe weather today, unless we do get some breaks in the clouds, which would allow some daytime heating to come in, heat up the surface of the earth, and then we could be looking at something what we call discrete cells that are by themselves that would pop up. They could become supercells and that they rotate as they develop, and that could cause a few problems this afternoon. But we're hoping that doesn't hold out. We're hoping that the clouds that we see now will hang around much of the day, and that will cut down on the severe weather threat. But the only problem with that I see right now is that we are going to have a severe weather threat overnight tonight. And here's the way that looks. Let me show you the latest from the Storm Prediction Center. And it's going to outline the things that we need to be aware of and look at here because it could get very dicey overnight. Here's the overall outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. And this is mostly for late this afternoon and tonight. We are now very much in the level one marginal risk, as you see on the scale. Here in the Bowling Green, much of the Bowling Green, Southern Kentucky area, we're in that green. This lighter green is just your regular old thunderstorms, nothing strong necessarily. And then once you get into level one, you go level two. This is going to line up with the Western Kentucky and Bluegrass Parkways, I 69 into I 24 into Western Kentucky. That's a level two slight risk. And that's where there's a greater risk, even though it says slight, it's a greater risk to see some strong to severe storms. Okay. So that's the way it's looking at the moment. But I also want to explore some of the other things that we can maybe look at. So, for instance, we can look at the tornado possibility. As you can see in that same area where it was yellow, it is now brown. That is a 5 to 9% chance of a tornado possible within a 25-mile radius of any point in this kind of chocolate brown shaded area. In the green, that is a 2 to 4% probability of getting a tornado. Not necessarily in the Bowling Green area, but just north and west. So the confidence in severe weather has gone up over the last 24 hours. I just want you to know that. It doesn't mean we're going to get a tornado, but it certainly cannot be completely ruled out. You just can't. In this kind of situation, with the kind of wind shear that we've got going on, it is a possibility. Severe wind, that's certainly a possibility. Here again, we're going to be more into that chocolate brown area here in the Bowling Green area, north and east, and then southwest. 5 to 14% chance of significant wind gust of over 74 miles per hour, as you see there. That would be a severe thunderstorm. The better probability, 15 to 29%, is going to be north of Bowling Green and west. So, wind damage in that yellow shaded area is a real possibility. We're talking like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, an overnight situation. And we never like those. Never like those. And here's a greater possibility, more than the tornado threat, more than the damaging wind threat: hail, and maybe severe hail. Now, our probability here in the Bowling Green area is 5 to 14% of hail greater than, equal to, or greater than 2 inches in diameter. But the better chance of that is in the yellow shaded area, and especially where you see the hatch marks. We're talking about southern Indiana, southern and southeastern Illinois, right along the Wabash River and the Ohio River, for overnight tonight and early tomorrow morning. So these could be hail producing storms that we're looking at as we get into the overnight hours. And that is probably the biggest concern that I have, is that, you know, any one of these possibilities are there, they exist. So that's why we're going to keep a very close eye on what develops today. And a lot has to do with, how much sun breaks through today, how much the instability factor goes up. If we can get enough instability and daytime heating, then look out. We could have, even during the overnight hours with that very strong cold front, we could have problems. We could have severe weather problems in the middle of the night. So that's the biggest concern at the moment. I wanted you to be aware of that right off the top before I talk about anything else. Okay. Here's a look at mesonet temperatures on this Tuesday morning, and they're warm. They are warm, and that's part of what you need to fuel these thunderstorms. Strong southerly winds at the surface, and then you've got upper winds that are coming in from the west, northwest. And so you get crossing winds, or you get shear, and that's an issue. Winds right now are coming, surface winds are out of the south, 10 to 15 miles per hour or higher. And gusts today, we could have some gusts of 40, but right now they're more in the 20s. These are the current gusts from the south, 20 to 25. Later, 30, 35, maybe 40. Okay. Moisture, dew points. This is also playing into it. I don't show you this very often because it's not usually this high. But when you get dew points in the upper 50s to near 60, that's a threshold, that's a red flag to any of us in weather that talk about weather, forecast weather. We know in this kind of environment, that's not a good thing. This means the air is very moist, very juicy, and primed for thunderstorm development, maybe even severe weather. That threshold is about 60 for a dew point, but you can see in Butler County, it's already 59, 58 here, 57, 57, 58, 58. You see all those upper 50s right at 60-degree dew points. Not good, not good if you're talking about, you know, severe weather, because those numbers are close to the air temperature, which is 60, 61, 62, 64, 65. We're easily going to get into the 70s again today and maybe near a record. The record today, 78, set in 2023, just last year. I'm calling for 76 today. And if the sky opens up with some sun, it's going to get warmer than that, I think. So, again, we've got all the ingredients that are needed for severe weather to develop. It is looking more and more. Yesterday, it was looking less confident. Even at 10 o'clock on TV last night, the latest models, the late model run, and all that was looking like it's conditional. It doesn't look very promising for severe weather. We'll get some strong stuff out of it, maybe, but now it's looking more like it did before. Like, yeah, we could get something overnight with this that could be problematic for everybody. So let's take a look at the model blender going 73. This, model, the blend of models is, like I said, I'm going 76. I've been adding a couple of degrees, sometimes 3 degrees to what this shows, and it comes out almost perfect. The models have been undercutting maximum high temperatures for each day and even the low temperatures in some cases. So here lately, I've been going a little bit higher than what this shows. Now, this shows 62 down to 41 tonight, by the way. I'm going with closer to 50. This is trying to pick up on that cold front, and the timing of that will have everything to do with what our low temperature is tonight and our high temperature is tomorrow. Because once the cold front comes through, and this is going to be about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and that's when we expect some of the worst weather to be. Temperatures will start to dive after that. Will fall from the 50s, maybe 60, close to 60, but then fall down to 26 for tomorrow night. Whew, no kidding. I mean, 73 to 26. Well, even 62 to 26. Crazy, crazy drop in temperature. Then we only go 49, maybe 50 on Thursday. We warm back into the 50s Friday, first day of March. 60s, 70s. Here we go again. And the same thing could happen next week, or the beginning of the week. Showers, thunderstorms, gusty winds. Who knows? Maybe severe weather. After that, we kind of flatten out, upper 50s to low 60s for much of next week. Okay. So yes, it is going to be extra warm. It is going to be extra windy, and with the fuel of the moisture and those dew points being close to 60, that is going to cause something to happen later on this evening. And my concern is it's happening during the overnight hours. So I'm going to tell you here in a second how to fix that. Um, Looking at the maps for the next several days, let's see if we get some calmer weather. Here is our system. Notice a 994 millibar low, pretty strong. Here's another one right behind it at 993. But here's another one, a third one. Look at that, 989. Yeah, this is like a collective of low pressure systems that are fairly deep. It is a weakening system though. When it moves in, now it'll start not we're going to get a break here Okay. We're in a break right now. These are the showers that were with us this morning and the thunderstorms. Right now, we're getting a break. But you see the tight lines, the isobars put together. That means wind. There's going to be a lot of wind gradient. Surface winds coming out of the south, southwest. These winds behind the cold front are going to be from the north and west. And this low is going to cause westerlies, upper level westerlies, to meet up with the surface level southwesterlies and south winds. That's going to cause shear winds that change direction and speed with height. That could cause some of these storms, if we get breaks in the clouds today, to cause them to become supercell and rotate. That's what we've got to watch before the storms come in tonight. But here comes the system, 992, 994. You get the idea. Here's the cold edge back behind the front. Here we go into this evening. Yeah, the reds do mean severe weather, best severe weather locations. Not necessarily here, but wait, the cold front still hasn't moved through. This is 6Z time, Zulu time. That's 1 a.m. 1 a.m. This weakens a little bit. And here we go into the early morning hours. We go 0Z, which is going to be, hang on, why is it? Okay, it's loading new stuff. So that's what it was doing. I'm sorry, 12Z. In the morning, that's about 7 a.m. The cold front will then be through the Bowling Green area. Heavy rain, gusty winds. Winds will then shift from the north, northwest, much colder. As you can see, all that's going to start coming in. And so we're going to start to feel the colder air, say by 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Before then is when the main line of thunderstorms comes through, but it's out of here by tomorrow afternoon and evening, but much colder. This is a cold, look at that, 1030 millibars. That's a strong, deep, polar like high pressure, Canadian high. So the winds come out of the north and northwest. Colder tomorrow, only near 50, maybe, for a high temperature. I'm sorry, on Thursday. This is Thursday that we're looking at. And look at that sprawling high pressure Thursday afternoon and evening. And then here comes a little system, a little southern tracker that is going to come in on Friday with a extension, a little disturbance, setting off another round of showers. But by Friday, we're going to be in the mid 50s, low to mid 50s, then into the 60s on Saturday as the system begins to pull away. It's not going to last long. Here we go into Sunday. Chance of a shower. We go back into the 70s. And here comes another potent system for the beginning of next week into Monday, with high temperatures in the 70s, showers and thunderstorms out ahead of this system, but too soon to say if there's going to be any severe weather with that particular system. So we've got several things to look at here that are going to be of concern. What we're getting out there right now is a lot of wind, a lot of clouds. If we can just keep it like this, we're okay. But if you see this sky begin to open up, sun begins to come out, and all of that, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. That means the instability factor, the buoyancy in the atmosphere is going to be a lot more enhanced. And that could give rise to some, you know, stronger storms, severe storms, and maybe even, yes, a brief tornado. It is a possibility. So, what I need you to do right now, do it with me. See that QR code. If you, I know most of you that watch this have already done it, but I want you to scan that code right there. And here's how you do it: you get on your phone, open it up, and you go to the camera setting, the camera. right there, like you're going to take a picture. Okay. Now you need to point it at the QR code. I'm doing it. And look, here's what it does. It's kind of hard to see, isn't it? See, there's a little link. See that link? Right. Well, it went away. Let me do it again. QR code. I'm trying to show you up close here. Link. See that link right. Oh, Lordy. I know. I'm trying to make something simple and I'm making it hard. There's the link. See it right there. You click that. I'm going to click it. See what happens. Oh, look. There is the News 40 weather app and you can download it just right there. Choose whether you want the App Store or Google Play. App Store if you have an iPhone, Google Play if you have an Android phone like me. Click one of those for your phone, or you can do a tablet if you have internet, if you have a smart tablet, smartphone. It'll download it for free, and then you can go in there and set up how you want to be alerted. You can be alerted for lightning strikes, tornadoes, flash flood, severe weather, winter storms. It doesn't matter. And you can set up 16 different locations. You could see instant radar. You get instant alerts in the middle of the night, which we're talking about some of these storms coming in the middle of the night, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. It will wake you up. If your phone is on, not turned off, you can set an alarm for a warning and it'll show you that. And this is what it looks like. Once you get it downloaded, you'll see our handsome faces show up. Oh, there's something. Oh, that's not an alert. Okay, that was something else. But anyway, that's what it looks like. And you look, oh, there's a radar. Well, let me see the radar. Oh, there it is. Wait a minute. I know I'm taking a long time, but I want to make sure you guys get this. And it'll show you future radar. Just tap that little cloud down there, and it'll show you future radar. It'll show you lightning strikes. You can go in, you can set up all the different layers, how you want it to look, temperatures, winds, satellite, visible satellite, high res radar. You can go in there and put all that stuff. Lightning, it'll show you the lightning bolts. I mean, that's something that will keep you safe and make sure your weather radio is turned on if you have one. This is going to be one of those situations where it may not happen at all and it may go bust. But if we have one element that spikes up today, one of those elements spikes up that I told you about, and the sun comes out for a good while, then it's going to be an eventful night. But we will be on TV and covering it live. You can count on that. And we will be using the weather with this is a good test for the weather app. I want to make sure that I want it to get a good workout. I want to see how good it works. Right now, it's working pretty great. Those lightning strikes that we've had, I mean, I got notification of every single one pop up. Lightning is within 5 miles or 10 miles or whatever of your location. I'm like, yes. I mean, within seconds. That's if you don't want to know that, you can turn it off. Everything is up to you. So download the News 40 weather app right there, scan that QR code, and you have it. All right, you guys, I've taken enough of your time. God bless you. Stay up to date. Stay with News 40 and Sam 100.7 throughout the day. Any weather bulletins will be instant. They'll come across your screen, they'll come across your radio, and be safe. And God bless.